men's nipples were bigger. Let's talk about it. Come on.
Turns out Devil's just an annoying douche. He's just like, hell's ironic punishments. Well, I wanted to get laid tonight, but now I won't be able to get that disgusting man's face out of my head that I saw at a glance.
What, you want to break out my
astral glide
Astroglide?
all over?
Always really wanting to know. You're always wishing for the worst in me. You might be what's far away. He throws up inside of me. Episode 10.
Every time I'm in the streets, I hear,
Is it 109?
Maybe.
Think it's
109? Yeah, 109.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 109. Yeah, this is it. She's real fine, my 109.
This is the first one where I think I really didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
So I think it's 109. If it's not, then this is
not,
null
then
and void. Nothing
null
we
and void.
say can be used in court for sure.
That's just already a thing that we already have. We have a small disclaimer
We're
underneath.
We're gonna show up to court one day.
Oh yeah, someone's gonna bring us.
They're gonna play back some, and we're gonna be like, "That was so funny. What episode was that?
What was that? I don't remember
What's
what
the
one that
timestamp?
was when we recorded that.
Of
course, the courts are gonna have the official. We need to get in some legal trouble so that somebody has to go. Okay,
No, you had me at legal troubles.
I see what you're doing.
I got some things to get to on the way home.
Some things we said on the Patreon.
Yeah, I'm gonna go burn down a building.
You are gonna go burn down a building.
We got to get legal trouble that will get us out in I'll do 3 months. You know what I mean? I think 3 months you can bounce in and out.
Do 5 years in Rikers.
Yeah, you've got time on your hands.
Yeah, I got time.
I gotta constantly edit all this shit and make
But imagine
memes
if we both went to prison for like 3 years.
I don't want to go to
and then came
prison.
back.
I
don't want to go to prison either.
Started watching Love After Lockup.
Oh, worse than 90 Day Fiancé?
Better.
I know. I've thought about sitting down and watching an episode.
It's so
or
good.
two.
It's, again, the stupidest people. It's like the same thing with 90 Day Fiancé where I'm like, red flag central. You know what I mean? It's like a store that sells red flags.
I mean, they're dating convicts.
Yeah. But then the convicts get out, and then the life isn't what they assumed it would be.
Weird.
The one guy, they got out first night they show them together after they're out. Well, he fucks her in the shower. He's been in...
First night out?
First day out. He's been in prison for 6 years. He was like 18 when he went in, so he's like 24. And he said he like never really even had sex before that. And then she like goes to take a shower and she's like, you can join me. And then it's him like walking in there and taking his shirt off. And then you hear it. And then it's them like recapping it. And he's like, yeah. And then she goes, it was like a little fast, which I wasn't happy about. And I'm like, the man's done a 6-year bid. And he went in at 18.
And you're the first piece of pussy he's probably gotten in
the shower.
6 years.
It's like you're the first naked woman he's probably seen.
Yeah,
in person for sure. But
you should be happy he didn't just just come right there. Like get his pants off, see you naked, and just
just in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Just the biggest load you've ever seen all over the floor.
Well, I mean, can you imagine?
6 years?
Yeah.
No sex with a woman. Tons of sex with men.
I was saying we can't say for sure he didn't have sex.
Yeah, that's why I said with a woman.
woman.
Yeah. And it's not the same.
And
wish
Andy
you were going
Roy
back
cuddling
in.
up next to his fat
Sometimes
ass.
you just see a big old butt. And then, so then this guy, then he goes out for a drink with his friend. He can't drink because he's on parole. So he's just out at the bar. And then he doesn't come home on time. She's tracking him on her phone right off the bat. And then he doesn't come home on time and they have a big fight. And he's just like, shut up, you bitch. And then the next part they show him in, he goes and buys a car because he needs a car to get a job to get her an engagement ring because she's like crazy about getting engaged. And she's done all this shit for him while he was in the joint. And then he goes and buys a car. He said he got $5,000 from his grandma. So he's looking for something in that ballpark. Buys a $13,000 car. And his car note is going to be $300 a month. And he just got out of prison. And this is what at my house, I'm just like, what are you doing? A $13,000 car? And he's like driving around looking so happy. And then he pulls up because he didn't tell her. And she's just like, what the fuck? And he's like, come on, take a ride. It's push to start. And then he's just like, that AC is kicking. Like he's impressed by like the littlest things. And she's like, $13,000. And then she goes, well, I hope you figure it out. And it's like, you can't be a couple. You have to tell him like you're being stupid.
Yeah. Like
there's a difference between being a controlling partner in a relationship and
pointing
out
him with
the
the
biggest mistakes that a $13,000 car with a $300 a month car note and you had 5. So what's the math that we don't do on here? $8,000?
Yeah, I think that's right, actually.
See, occasionally I think really hard before we start recording, so I was smart.
All that blood goes from your dick to your brain, and you can just get it all. Yeah. We saved the show.
Go to www.dapperdadspodcast.com. Tell us about your favorite couple from Love After Lockup.
Or any reality
episodes
TV show.
in. Tell us more garbage like that. I don't like your traditional reality shows. I want a flaming pile of garbage.
I want people whose life is so bad it makes me feel better about my own life.
I want to yell at my TV like I'm invested in this and can do anything to change the possible outcome. So let us know, or just send us whatever the fuck. We got a couple submissions, or I guess just one, and it's weird. We'll
get to it. Yeah.
So send us some quality ones.
Send us some things. We like it when people send us things.
Yeah, send us some. Let's see. We haven't had a good Would You Rather in like a long time.
Haven't had any 3 quick ones.
Yeah, no 3 quick ones. There's something else. I'm a big fan of like over or underrated. We got like 2 of those, I think, 2 different times, and I like those. Some fuck, marry, kills were good. Don't get insane with it.
We've had some insane ones. But we will
also take items like fuck, marry, kill. Someone did shoes and shit. You know what I mean? Let's get out here. Give us something you guys
let's
see.
Have some fun.
We need just a little... We're like a cat stuck under a bed. We need like a little treat to come out, and then we'll just run around your house and tip shit over.
This show's for the people. We want to do what you want us to do. So give us the money by going to patreon.com/dapperdads, and for $5 a month, that's such a hot take. Drama's over in the hot seat now. His buns are toasted.
It's not
His
even that hot
dick
outside.
Is grilled, if you know what I mean.
It's been grilled. Charred, many would say.
Looks like a big old black stick of charcoal that you just slap on a bun and say, I killed the grill. Yeah. Well, maybe you should have let it live a little bit. Go to patreon.com.
Yeah. There is officially over 20 exclusive episodes only there as of recording. So if you're listening to this mad late, like a lot of people do in the future, there's more. We're currently at like 22 episodes. Some of them are so fucking weird and disturbing. Some of them are very bad and stupid. But most of them are at least... this good.
Decent.
As good as this episode is, we're calling it, I was going to say 38 minutes.
I was going to say, wow, that is a long intro.
We just recorded a Patreon, hence the confusing time frame that I can never figure out.
So
go do it.
Yeah, what is it? $5 a month?
$5.
$10 a month?
What is it? $33 a month.
We didn't mention the price.
Unlocked.
$5 a month gets you all. Just so you know, you get all of those episodes.
Yeah,
like it's not like you just get a certain thing.
Right.
For $5 a month, you come and you get all the content that's already been released.
You get the good shit, and it's gonna keep chugging along. And the money is actually going to some shit. I think we can say it because technically,
can we announce it?
It'll be coming out Monday. So if you're listening to this the day of recording, September 6th is what today is, Friday. So this Monday, September 9th. We are launching a brand new, exciting endeavor for finally Dapper Dad's Deep Dives. And we're interviewing fine folks that we know that do cool shit, and we're getting to the bottom of it. So we've got a hot episode. We'll save the guest, but it'll be Monday, this coming Monday if you're listening to this when it comes out. And if you're not,
Monday the 9th.
Monday the 9th. It will appear in your feed if you're subscribed. It's not going to be a separate thing. It'll just pop up. We're hoping to do it once a month. Give or take, you know how we are with shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get drunk and things fall apart.
So what we're looking to do is we're just looking to profile interesting people we know. So if you have something interesting that you do, something cool, something that's unique.
This is opening up the floodgates.
It's opening up the floodgates, but like we want to talk to genuinely interesting people.
The people we have lined up are things that people in positions of things we enjoy. If that makes sense, and getting to the bottom of that, actual things, not just because you do a couple cool things. You'll see when the first episode comes out and a couple come out.
What we're trying to do.
If you know someone, because I'm going to guess most of you live pretty mundane lives because you're sitting around listening to the Dapper Dads. It's not that exciting. But yeah, if you can get us in touch with Joe Rogan is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
We want him on our
If you can get us in touch with
podcast.
Chief Keef, we want to be on. Whatever he's doing. Whatever the next project is.
We want to be part of the Glow Gang.
If we could be official Glow Gang members.
That merch with the sun drinking the lean. I love it. So if you got anything like that, someone like Joe Rogan or Chief Keef, that's our two examples. Anybody on par with that, we won't lessen our standards. We won't talk to your Uncle Terry because he used to be really good at chugging beers.
Yeah, we're not going to.
Weren't we all?
Yeah, we're not going to talk to Uncle Terry just because he can listen to any car made between 68 and 92 and tell you what's wrong with it.
Yeah, I mean, we will talk to him, but the mics won't be set up.
No.
But yes, the Patreon has funded the equipment to make that possible, so we are
Thank you to our patrons.
Yes, thank you guys very much. We are not just drinking the money away all of the time.
All the time.
I mean, it happens.
Occasionally.
It's helped us do a lot of different things. We've got other stuff in the works. Things just take time and money, and you can expedite it by giving us money. You can also just give us a bunch of money.
Yeah,
if
you
want
just
donate,
send us money. If you want to cash app the Dapper Dads.
Yeah, if you want to Venmo, it's or I think it's my government name for some reason.
No,
I was confused when I made it. Yeah, but we have a PayPal link if you're interested.
Yeah.
Just get at us, which you can call 402-7-DAPPER. That's 402-732-7737. Tell us how much money you want to give us, and we will be happy to oblige. If you give us enough money, we'll take you out for some beers.
Give us $15,000, and we will take you on a little mini vacation.
Yeah. You can also email us.
And we'll pay for everything.
You can also email us dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com. I think that's where business talk goes.
Yeah, business talk.
Hence us never getting any emails, except a bunch of spam. We got an email from someone that said our Spotify is great, and to go to Google, to not even a link, to Google Spotify gift card XXX, and it would give us a $20 Spotify gift card.
I like it.
Because you know how emails are legit when it says Google this thing? That's what I want to do. Is start
sending a direct link for you to click on.
Let's reach out to companies and be like, Google the Dapper Dads
XXX.
Yeah. You'll see our dicks, and then you can tell us if you want to.
The dicks
work
are on
with
the
us.
website. No one's just found
them yet. The dicks are on the website. You got to really look around.
There is. It's like that cicada 3-3 thing or whatever.
Yeah, you bring it up all the time, and the number's always different and wrong.
Yeah, that's why.
And you constantly say it's like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, apparently it's just like that.
Because someone needs to find the picture of our dicks. I just want someone to do it.
If you find the picture of our dicks and print it out, there's a QR code in the ball sack
that gets you a free piece of Dapper merchandise.
Mm-hmm. Good job picking up the slack there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, how's it going, baby? Whoa, got a head rush. Daddy got a head rush. Daddy's back. Daddy's bad, and he's down again. Head rush immediately.
Oh, the show was good for half a second.
Leave a fucking 5-star rating with a review on iTunes, Apple Podcast. We've gotten a couple new ones. We've gotten some new people chiming in, showing us some love.
We appreciate you guys. We love you guys.
It actually helps. I know every podcast you listen to is like, leave a rating and a review. It does help because
like
Apple
and subscribe.
Yeah, you can also like and subscribe. Just follow us on all the things that we're about to say. But leave the review. Grab your friend's iPhone. Leave the review from there. Go to a store with iPhones. Leave a bunch of reviews from there. Do whatever it takes.
If you can prove to us that you have left a review, screenshot it, send it to dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com. We will send you a link for an exclusive episode that is unavailable everywhere else.
Taking advantage of.
None at all.
No,
it is sad.
There's been a handful, but yeah, there's a bonus episode if you leave a review.
It's a super special bonus.
Yeah, it's super special. Follow us on Twitter @DapperDads, where we've been suspended for saying that our buttholes are constantly puckering.
We're also getting spam accounts talking to us about eating off of large naked men, so get on that.
Yeah, our sushi order got fucked up.
Got so fucked.
And then follow us on Instagram @DapperDadsPodcast, where they haven't suspended us because we're reputable, and I keep forgetting to promote everything.
They haven't suspended us because we only show the male nipple.
Yeah, but you never know. Lady nipples can be tiny too. Men's nipples gotten smaller over the years?
Is that something that could be gauged, really? Have they been measuring men's nipples for a while?
I don't know. I just feel like all of our dads have bigger nipples, and we have smaller nipples.
I can't recall what my dad's nipples look like.
I can.
Mine?
Yeah, your dad's?
Yeah.
When I put the clothespins on them, they're usually perky and ready to rock. I flick them and ice them. Well, I ice one, I flick the other.
I feel like my dad would be into nipple play. He just doesn't seem like that kind of guy.
I got him into it. You know how sometimes when you truly love someone, you'll do some things.
You'll try
you know
some
what
things.
I mean? He's done some things for me. I've done absolutely nothing for him. And anytime he brings it up, I shut it down immediately. And I tell him, you're going to lose the best thing that's ever happened to you if you don't let me clamp those perky little nipples.
And then he gives... Come on, man. Come
Can
on.
we not say that?
Yeah, I don't think we could say that.
Okay, whatever. I'll
you
bleep
wouldn't.
it out for that joke.
That's fair. Yeah.
I'll just reverse it.
Yep.
Yeah,
no problem. Yep.
Yeah, but I don't remember what I just said, but yeah, I'm twerking your dad's nipples. Oh yeah, in the 90s and the 80s. Listen to me. Let me get my thought out.
I need to
Let me
breathe.
calibrate.
That cigarette
No,
cough,
listen,
you
shut
haven't
the
come
fuck up.
down from that
Everybody
yet.
Nipples used to be bigger. Men's nipples were bigger. Let's talk about it.
What?
Come on. I've had 7 of these, baby.
Today.
I'm ready to go. It's a holiday weekend. I'm gonna fuck a Frosty from Wendy's.
Oh man, can we please go fuck a Frosty after the show?
I think we missed the peak time for fucking a Frosty. Would have been like the hottest day in summer.
Doesn't mean you still can't enjoy it.
I don't think I would enjoy it at all.
Traditionally, the best time.
It was very nice.
Scientifically, the best time to have sex is between 1 and 4 in the afternoon. Doesn't mean I don't want to fuck a Frosty late at night.
For that?
That's what I said when I
4?
heard the statistic. They said scientifically to have the best sex, you should have it between.
What group of scientists got to fuck all day? And
I don't know, but I want to join them. What do I got to do to go to school just to fuck all day?
I feel like there's so many of those statistics where I'm like, I should have just went to be a scientist. I thought it was all Beakers and that fucking
lab coats
Muppet.
Beaker the Muppet.
Yeah, Beaker.
Beakers and Beaker.
Yeah.
Beaker with Beakers.
Welcome to the new podcast, Beakers with
Beakers. Shut the fuck up.
He was making that. Yeah, he's a terrible host. We only got one episode. We could never understand what he was saying.
Yeah,
Who was his partner? Wasn't there 2 of them?
Dr.
Robotnik?
No.
And Beaker?
That is a
Holy
mashup
shit.
I don't even
The
want to
crossover fan
entertain.
fiction that got me hard as a rock. Beaker and Dr. Robotnik.
Oh, just thinking about Beaker just meeping his way down Dr. Robotnik's treasure trail, just really just kissing him. Just meep, meep,
I think he
meep.
puts his. Wasn't he like a tall, like cylinder shape?
And his mouth was like
feasibly his head go inside of Dr. Robotnik's wide anus. A wide berth.
I don't like the idea of Dr. Robotnik birthing Beaker.
I didn't say I like it, but I'm saying it's possible.
I'm just saying, because when you look at Beaker's mouth, it like flaps
Oh,
like
yeah.
that up. I'm just picturing that meep 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 while he's like kissing down
Kissing
his
his
chest.
dick.
And,
Head of his dick.
just the sides of it. Just
Do you
really...
think they're circumcised?
Dr. Robotnik or Beaker?
Both. I think Dr. Robotnik's not. Dr. Robotnik's uncut.
Traditionally uncut.
Beaker was cut too much.
I don't think Beaker has a penis.
No, don't do that to Beaker.
I'm not doing it to him.
Is that what he's trying to make in his lab? Is a dick?
Is a dick?
Some little Muppet dick?
What the hell is that green doctor's name in the Muppets?
Doctor.
I keep wanting to say Dr. Peabody. I know that's not right.
Yeah, Dr. Peabody and Beaker create meth.
Sherman Peabody?
That's something else, I think.
Yeah, isn't that the dog and the weird little nerd kid from Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Is it?
The dumb little dork kid and the dog. That they
I
made
just thought of the
they
Bill
made
from Schoolhouse Rock. For some
Hey, I'm a Bill up on Capitol Hill.
What do you think he's up to?
The Bill from Capitol
Yeah.
Hill getting stomped on.
Well, then at the end,
Heard he got killed in his jail cell.
Oh, yeah, he hung himself. It's
Yeah.
really hard to get.
Then they found
the
2
noose
broken
around him.
cameras outside of his cell for some
They
reason.
found a bunch of torn pages on that bill,
And they found heard a bunch of shrieking at about 4:30 in the morning the day before he was found.
which is just after the best time to have sex, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I thought as a scientist, yeah, I'd be with Beaker on some Beakers, and you're
Doing
just
some
looking
weird
at shit that doesn't
homo
matter.
things.
Trying to eradicate AIDS and cancer. That's what I thought. You know what I mean? That's what science.
I'm still trying to think
right?
of what the doctor's name is, and it's
Well,
driving
you
me
gotta
insane.
get back on this train and off of the Dr. Peabody.
That's not his name.
We'll accept it for now.
Dr. Melon something? Melon body?
No.
Dr. Melon?
Someone
Cucamelon?
tell us. Okay, now you're just getting crazy. That doesn't even make sense.
Dr. Melon.
Dr. Melon. That
You know, I'm
sounds
just
like a
gonna-
porno.
I'm just going to look at
no,
Doctor
we
from
should
the
let someone tell us.
Doctor from the Muppets? Who was the green doctor in the Muppets?
Yeah,
Someone tell me.
Someone has been screaming at their
4027
phone.
Dapper.
That's fucking. Dr. Melon's is my favorite porno.
Dr. Melon.
Oh, my tummy hurts. I think you need a dose of this. And then she just
rubs her tits in your face.
Sure, yeah, I'm fine with that.
I've got this boner.
But you're
that
like,
won't-
also, I'm still very sick.
I've got this boner that won't go away.
Yeah, like that guy.
So she puts on the gloves and just.
Milks you. That's far too wide. Far too wide.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know scientists were
fine.
like. Okay, that's obviously no one's penis is that skinny.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I didn't know scientists were like, who the fuck asked for that research? who was like, you know,
I want to know who's allowing the grants for it. Who's sitting here being...
that's what I mean. Like, who's like, I need a team of scientists to figure out the best time of the day to fuck. And then to be getting the results and it's 1 to 4 and you're
in the afternoon.
Busy. Yeah. I think
when
1 to 4 in the AM after
work.
you're drunk.
I don't know if that's the best time to have sex. Well,
drunk
actually,
sex?
yeah. Now, oh man, drunk sex. Drunk sex is
far
phenomenal.
superior sex. Drunk sex will make you hate normal sex.
Yeah, drunk sex makes me hate a lot of things because I can't live in that beautiful headspace forever.
Yeah, being drunk. I was trying to explain this to someone. I wish I was, and it's going to come off really hard and crazy,
as it always does with you.
I wish I was always a little bit drunk. Not like from drinking, but like when I get a little buzzed, I'm able to talk to strangers. I feel like I'm more adjusted.
I think that just means you need some anxiety medicine.
Yeah, or I can just drink all the time.
That just makes more sense. At least that
See,
tastes
that's what
good.
sounds crazy. Like I'm an alcoholic. I don't do it because I know the only reason I'm not an alcoholic is because of society.
It's because I'm self-aware of it.
Yeah, it's society. They've told me I can't do this.
I blame society for all my problems, if we can be 100% honest.
That's the only way to do it. Who else would it be? You
Society.
Not taking responsibility?
No, I take all the
doesn't sound
responsibility in the world. It's society, I tells you. Society.
I've seen you take so much responsibility.
It was the butterfly, I tell you.
It was the Dr. Melons.
It was Dr. Melon and Beaker in the corner blowing Dr. Robotnik, and he's just holding him like a fleshlight. This is horrifying.
Oh my God. Can we write that?
Uncut with a 13-inch meat hammer.
Oh my God. And I'm trying to get uncircumcised?
You're trying to get recircumcised?
No, I think that would mean
you're trying to grow your foreskin back?
Yes, uncircumcised.
They make a thing for that. I remember.
I think we've talked about this.
Have we?
Yeah.
Well, we're 109 episodes deep.
We've talked about everything.
Yeah, we've talked about everything. It's this thing. I saw it for sale on like a GoFundMe. I'm not even kidding. It's this tool this guy made. I pledged the highest tier so I could be the first to try it as soon as it hits the market. Apparently, what it does is it clamps around the head of your dick.
I love it.
Grabs I don't even know what you want to call it, the skin around the head of your dick there.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do, and with that vague motion.
Bottom bunch.
I mean, the bunch all around it.
Yeah, but there's that specific
part
that goes up.
Bunch.
It looks like it's all very important.
Yeah.
And you never get a good look at it. Sometimes you're like, oh, hey, what's
trying to
going
bend
down
it under and take a look at it.
Yeah, when you take your soft, flaccid dick and you just grab it in the middle and you fold the top over to get a good look at it.
Oh, yeah, because you want to see what's going on
you want to know what ladies are going to be seeing.
Right. I'm always very self-conscious about
what if I've
ladies
constantly missed cleaning that small part of my penis? Like I never clean my feet. Have we talked about that? I don't
scrub your feet in the shower.
I just don't go.
Yeah,
I go down the knees.
Yeah,
I don't do legs
do the
or feet because it's getting it.
It'll wash down.
Yeah, it's Newton's law of gravity, right?
I'll go with it just so I don't have to start washing my own feet and legs in the shower.
Well, it's just it doesn't make sense.
I wash my armpits. I wash my balls.
Okay.
I wash my asshole, and I wash my face. And sometimes I depending on the order, you can use the same rag.
I don't wash my face in the shower.
Really?
Yeah.
I usually go top to bottom. I do the hair, then I do the face, and then I do the armpits, then I do the junk, and then I do the legs.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, hair, and then and the rest.
What if
I get the dick too. You
gotta wash
emphasizing the balls.
Well, yeah, because the balls are
the most sour part of your body.
Right? Yeah,
you got to use vinegar
foul.
In the shower.
Yeah, you got to use a mix of vinegar and bleach and create mustard gas and just really pass out while you're scrubbing your own balls. And then your wife comes home and she pounds on the door and she thinks that you've been erotically choking yourself again because she hears
in the shower.
She hears a lot of spasming coming from the bathroom and she thinks
she always does. I'm taking big shit.
Thinks you've got that rope tied around your neck while you're jacking off using the bathroom door as stability again. But
what kind of rope do you use in the shower?
It's a thick rope. It's got to be a waterproof one. You know, you got to go to the Home Depot. You got to go to the Home Depot and say, I need a waterproof rope. And they're like, for working? And I'm like, yes, for working.
Working on this.
Working on this, baby. And I pull out my limp dick and they're like, wow, that is sad, and just take the rope.
Working on this, you show them your dick and then you motion choking yourself.
Working on this while I really violently choke myself and stare the sales guy in the eye, not a woman. I'm not going to do that to a saleswoman. Sales guy, I'm just choking myself and just cranking it at the same time, staring at him.
The cart attendant before you even get in.
He's like, oh, I think I need to go help someone in the nail department. And you're like, you don't have a nail.
I get what you're picking up. You want to get nailed.
I get what you're picking up. You want to come back to my house and watch me masturbate. Is that what it is, Chuck?
Which Chuck? The good Chuck or the bad Chuck?
We all know it's bad Chuck. I'm not going to tell good Chuck to come watch me masturbate.
Remind me, I have a theory on those Chucks after we record.
What, that they're brothers, but one of them was evil?
No. Yeah, one of them's evil and one of them's an angel.
One of them
right?
is. That's true.
Devil.
Yeah.
I think we might have met God and the devil at our previous
That's your theory?
I think so. You know what I mean?
I don't think he was God necessarily. I think he might have been an angel, but the other one was for sure the devil. Like, that one was for sure Satan himself. Like, there's no way.
The first
I'm going to die, I'm going to go to hell, and I'm going to see that shoe polish hair dye job. And I'm going to hear bloop, bloop, and I'm just going to have to fucking off myself again from hell? I don't know how that's going to work. Yeah, you got to off yourself in hell.
And it's really hard to
It's a double
yourself.
negative. Oh, it's so hard. You're like jumping off of stuff, but then it just turns into a pillow at the last second. You're like, why didn't you just impale me like hell's supposed to be? It turns out devil's just an annoying douche. He's just like, hell's ironic punishments. Oh, you can have all the cheeseburgers you want, but they're fat free. It's like, you're
the devil.
I should have sinned more. I had more fun sinning than I had down here.
I hope you did.
No, careful. Watch out. I accidentally unscrewed the top of the salt shaker a little too much. It's like, what the fuck? This is supposed to be hell. I want to be punished. Oh, watch out. I swapped the salt with the sugar, too. Double whammy.
I used to unscrew the top of salt things, and then I watched it happen to a person at a restaurant, and they looked the most defeated I've seen anyone. And then I thought of all the things I've done in my past.
And then you smoked a cigarette about it on a bridge.
Yeah.
Just
I thought a lot about it, and then I'm like, everything bad that's
poor
happened
fucking guy with the salt.
Have you ever seen someone have a mild inconvenience and it ruins their life? Have you met me?
Yeah, I was gonna say, have I ever spent an extended period of time with you? Yeah.
No, you haven't, because you're scared. You get scared of me.
I mean, you just start yelling and throwing things, regardless of what kind of confined space we're in. It starts to scare me after a while.
I mean, yeah, you're like a jittery cat.
And you're like an angry alcoholic uncle who has to babysit me during the day, and I'm counting
drunk.
the hours till my mom comes and picks me up.
Your mom said you could just spend the night here.
That triggered me just now for some reason. I don't even know why.
We'll have some breakfast, buddy.
Well, some breakfast.
Do you like some unbelievably undercooked sausages?
Do you like waffles? I got some Eggos in here.
Eggos are great.
You want to go to Walmart, get some Jimmy Dean sandwiches?
I spent like several months on Twitter trying to get Eggo to acknowledge me. I was like...
Just like waffles that much?
What? Do you ever like forget about a product for a long time?
I forget anything exists until I see it again.
And like I'm
like, food.
I hadn't had Eggos in years, and then I bought a box one morning.
I did that with toaster strudels recently. Like I did
that with Pop-Tarts recently, and the Pop-Tarts is out of control.
I was gonna say I looked at Pop-Tarts recently, and I was trying to pick one out.
Cereal.
Yeah, I was just trying to pick one out to try, and like they had all these wild, crazy flavors that I didn't. That was weird.
That's because we're doing so good.
Did we just piss God off? This is him trying to shut down the show again.
Finally.
Oh, Boathouse didn't ruin the boys. Maybe shutting the power down will. You got to be better than that, God. Gotta wake up.
You down.
If God strikes me down right now, you have to go to church. I'm still here. You don't have to go to church.
I'll go, but I'm not gonna be happy.
No, but if God struck me down,
because my friend's dead.
Yeah, I'm only here because God killed my friend. I don't get why you're all worshiping of my friend's killer.
Yeah, he's a murderer, and I'm going to eat his body in a minute. And I don't get to. I didn't do the shit.
I didn't do... What, you think I'm Catholic? Why am I making you go to Catholic church?
I don't know. I just walk in a church, probably.
Just a church.
A pretty one.
Really fundamentally weird people in there. You go into like a snake handler church. It's like,
go into a church of a man that has snake hands.
Only go to snake hands.
He just keeps biting you. He has real hands, but he's like, gotcha. Just like the devil will later.
But they're just
you don't
painted to look like snakes and just pinching
everyone. It's very
weird controversy comes out later where he's just pinching too many kids with his snake hands.
What else would he do?
And they're like, Mr. Snake Hands tickles me funny after giving me the weird communion juice.
Yeah, I can't wait for that expose. I can't wait for that 6-part mini series.
I'm thinking that's what we should start doing. Is we should start exposing people for like the bad things that they do.
Okay,
like
that
greed.
Took off.
Yeah, I saw your eyes from behind the pop filter while I was saying it, and I was like, "Oh
you
man!"
You do this a lot, where you take us down what could be a very devastating
bad
blow to the podcast.
This is why I don't run the business myself. This is why I have you as my head of PR. I'm your head of PR. You're my head of PR.
No, I was thinking about this.
We're each other's.
Recently, that we need a publicist.
Yeah, we do need a publicist.
So if anyone is, I don't know, a freelance publicist, because that's the kind of person you want behind your brand.
A freelance.
Someone who does it on the weekends when they have time, but not if Timmy's soccer game aligns.
I was going to say they're at the soccer game and they're just getting emails about all the shit that we said. And they're like, oh my God.
You said that God was supposed to smite you down, and then there was one of you alluded to poking children with snake hands?
I don't remember us talking about this because it's been more than since we turned the microphones off.
Yeah. But no, we started church with snake. I don't know where you were going with that.
I don't either.
We started exposing people for the bad things.
Yeah.
I've always really wanted to do this.
I was reading, there was a YouTube channel I used to watch that did it, where the guy just like did it for shits and giggles.
Oh,
but
yeah.
then he had to stop because it was getting
I watched
dangerous.
a video about that happening.
Yeah.
And there's a weird thing where like he had a really weird guy and they think that something with that happened. And now that guy like completely pretends he ever exposed people.
Yeah. I think we saw the same one because I was watching that.
Imagine that we constantly
we're
do the same things
at the same time.
Yeah. We're always like, I was doing this recently, and we're like, yeah, me too. And then we can't even talk about it because we've both seen it, so there's nothing to explain.
I wish,
because we both just know.
I'm just gonna start calling you when I'm at home and seeing if you're like shitting at the same. Yeah, that's what I want. Just randomly throughout the day. Hey, you eating supper yet? Hey, you checking off?
No, I'm
yet?
calling it dinner, but sure.
I know I'm calling around dinner time, but are you shitting right now? I just had to shit, and I thought, my twin must be out here having to shit.
I had to get one out because I was bored and dinner was taking too long.
Idea. We go out and we pretend that we're twins and we just convince people that we're twins. We have like a weird twin language. And then we're like, I always know when he has to come really bad because I just feel it in my eyeballs. Like whenever I don't eat meat, but when he eats it, I feel sick.
Yeah. And I think I need to come right now. I don't know if you would be like able to help with that at all.
Do you need some assistance with that, brother?
I was talking to the girl, but yeah, feel free to jerk me off while I'm hitting on a woman at a bar.
That's a power move.
Are you
right
from
there.
here or did you move here? It's a big city and it's kind of yeah. This is my brother. He's big and stupid. He has to do this, otherwise he gets kind of violent, so it's best if we just don't.
Did you ever see that video? Did you ever see that video where the chimp ripped the woman's face off because he had a Xanax martini before he went into work?
He had a Xanax martini.
He did.
That 911 call. I know we've talked about it.
I know it's
my
horrible.
favorite 911 call.
Just kill him. He's ripping her face off.
And the guy's just like, who?
My friend, my chimpanzee. No, and then he's like, oh, a chimp.
My chimp. He's my pet chimp. Oh my God, he's ripping face off. God, to get that 911 call.
And then
holy
the woman
shit. Also, I guess saying it's my favorite 911 call is a weird statement.
It's a weird statement to
I've
make
just
about
heard
things.
a bunch, and we get in.
It's like saying it's my favorite black box recording from an airplane. It's like,
yeah, I do enjoy the Jonestown Massacre.
That's
audio.
hard to listen to.
See, that one doesn't faze me in the
That
slightest.
phases me a lot because I just hear the people
everybody
like throwing
signed up
for
and,
that. I get it, but it's
like
still
one,
bad.
I'm just like,
you know,
there's no point in your day where you're like, this menacing man.
This
is gonna
might
kill
be
us all.
fucked.
Yeah, like this is his plan. Like that one, yeah, I'm just like, you are just a bunch of easily impressionable people. And it's old, too. Old things don't really faze me.
Right.
I've heard about that one forever. I know all the ins and outs.
I don't know, just thinking. Like, I was reading about the Waco thing, and, like, reading the details at Waco made me uncomfortable about how, like, all the kids died in the fire and everything like that.
When there's kids, it's a bummer. But, yeah, if it's adults that just made dumb
decisions. Yeah, they're allowed to make
the
decision. If you're old enough to make the decision, then, yeah, you're just the fucking idiot that chose to do it.
Yeah, even, like, Heaven's Gate, any cult. I'm like, you didn't think this was odd,
right? Like,
there's
even
never
like
a point where you're like, we're all gonna get on a spaceship if we wear these same Nikes and kill ourselves at the same time. How are you gonna get on the spaceship if you're dead?
It's like when I think about like,
and y'all cut your dicks off too.
That's rough, right there.
Yeah, if I'm in,
if someone tells me to cut my dick off, I'm out.
Like, if I'm in a cool group of like-minded dudes, and then we're all thinking about cutting our dicks off, I'm gonna be like, I'll watch until I feel nauseous, but I will not cut my penis off.
Like the older man at the bachelor party when you're like, let's go to the strip club, and he's like, no thanks, those guys are about as old as my daughters. I'm gonna head out of here.
Yeah, that's what I say to get out of weird situations.
That's what I'm gonna start saying every time someone's like, let's go to a strip club, because I realize it
happens so much,
and it never goes well when it gets brought up. You know, I'm starting to realize.
Great times.
I mean, I've had okay times. It just never goes well.
It was funny. You have to I think that's the problem with a lot of things. People are like, expecting it to be like an enjoyable time instead of just a ridiculous funny
like
time.
shit show that you laugh
like
at.
I'm gonna go and meet like the most beautiful stripper, and she's gonna be into me, not every dude there for money, just into me. She's gonna show me special affection.
I'm special.
She's gonna like, I'm gonna change her life. I'm gonna make a hoe into a housewife. I know you're not supposed to, but I also throw glass in stone houses. All of my sayings are a little bit off. I'm
so make like a tree and fuck off.
Yeah. If the shoe fits, fill it full of cheese and fuck it.
Make like a tree, like a screen door on a submarine.
And then
leave.
people go to the strip club and the strippers are gross and weird. No offense to them, but they're gross and weird. And every guy in there is the worst person. And the beers are expensive. And it's just awkward. And then it's just funny. You know what I mean? Set your expectations. That's what I think is the problem.
You got to keep your expectations low so you're never disappointed. That's how I live my life in general. You just got to keep them low.
You're very good at it. I'm constantly disappointed, but primarily in you.
Yeah, well.
Because your expectations are too low.
Lower your standards.
I can't do that.
Lower your standards for me.
No.
Just for me.
Your standards are too low. I can't meet.
How do I raise them?
I don't know, but I'm glad you're finally asking a question.
I don't know.
That matters.
I don't know how to raise my standards, or I would have done it a long time ago.
Just try to be better in every conceivable way.
I don't know how to do any of that.
We'll work on it.
If
you have any tips, call 4027-DAPPER.
Let me know how to be better.
Yeah, I mean, if you spent minutes with Slim, you'll know that there's a lot of room for
mere moments thinking about me.
If you've been in a room and he's walked into it, you know that there's something we can do to
room
fix
for
it.
Improvement.
You heard him loudly come in and start talking about these YouTube videos that he won't stop watching. There was something that we were talking about previously to this, believe it or not.
I don't believe that for a hot second.
Anyway, when are we starting our cult?
I don't know. We got to get the people first. Nobody wants. People will listen to us, but they won't listen to us.
I think there's a couple
people.
Cult. We've gotten some ideas that are not fantastic.
Are these the people we want in the cult, though?
I mean, I don't think your first round picks for a cult are like your best players.
See, I disagree.
What I mean?
I think your first round picks for a cult need to be your best players because that's how you get others involved.
No, you want someone who's early on the boat for the cult because they're going to be the most diehard. You got to have a group of whatever weirdos, but they're so into it that when we bring other people in, they just do all the talking because we can't be going around promoting our cult.
No, I'm not about that. Traditionally, we lay back and just take all the benefits.
We occasionally show up. We're not even there that much.
We don't
just
even
walk out
talk.
And everyone's like,
we make like a 30-second appearance with our many wives.
Yeah, we have a lot of videos that are shown, but us in person in sunglasses and a big coat. Is rare.
Big hat.
Yeah, big hat, big coat.
Big shoes.
Yeah.
Big pants.
Big gloves. Comically large gloves.
Comically large Mickey Mouse gloves.
That's how you weed out the people that are going to cause a rift in the cult. If I walk out with big gloves and someone's like, what the fuck is up with the gloves? They're not
that person's
behind
out.
Me.
No.
Because the other people are like,
I need blind followship.
Drama's got his big gloves on. It's going to be a beautiful harvest this season.
Yeah, I need everybody. I need people to just
and
blindly
then I'm like, Phony, what are we harvesting? And they're like, you said you wanted to get corn because you don't understand how it works.
And then that's when it turns into like a horror movie and we just like point at the person and like everyone just attacks them and kills them and then puts big gloves on their corpse.
Okay.
Keep fighting these corpses with big gloves everywhere and there's some grizzled old detective who's like, I'm going to find these sick fucks.
Yeah, and then someone takes the
I'm
fall
3 days away from retirement.
Yeah, and then we kill that guy and put big gloves on him.
we end up in that guy's house.
He's killed.
That guy like shows up towards like his arch in the movie. He shows up and the door is it's like storming, but his door is like front open and he's like, I didn't leave that unlocked. And he goes in and he sees like he turns on the light in the kitchen. There's just a big pair of gloves sitting on the counter and then bam, it gets knocked out by you and me. And then we're in his house. We're like, why are you fucking with us so much?
He wakes up and it's blurry and there's two looming figures, giant everything.
Just giant, all the giant
big
clothes.
Comical sunglasses, giant
big
hat,
mustache.
big gloves. Can't smoke my cigarette. I have someone to take it away from my mouth.
You have a bunch of cigarettes in your big glove, but then the glove keeps catching on fire from the embers. It's one of those really flammable materials for some reason, and you insist on smoking with the big gloves on.
I can't let them see my hands. That's the foundation of our cult is that they don't see our hands.
Nobody sees our hands.
Even though I have great hands. You have all right hands. They're not.
I have nice hands.
They're fine, yeah. They'll do. I wouldn't start a cult with someone with little stubby sausage fingers or anything. Or bad nails. Ugh.
Ugh, I hate bad nails.
Fucking disgusting.
What's worse, bad nails or bad teeth?
I think bad nails, because you can do more about your nails than you can do about your teeth.
Nails are a quick fix.
Yeah, you just clean them out.
Right, maybe
cut them.
Yeah, maybe
pick them constantly all the time.
Just tear at them and get them too short.
Constantly, if you're ever around anyone.
And then you go to play guitar and it hurts because your nails are too short and your fingers are just digging into it.
Your cuticles are a nightmare, and you have to keep pushing the bottom of your nail down, like the cuticle down, because your nails keep getting so stubby because you're picking them too much.
I think we have anxiety.
I doubt it.
Nah.
This is the first time this has come up.
This is the first time anyone's ever mentioned this about me.
34 years into my life.
Now that I think about it.
I'm just learning what anxiety is. I thought I was angry all the time.
I'm just so angry and suspiciously horny all the time.
I'm not horny at all.
See, I've changed since last episode. I am nonstop horny.
I think talking about being not horny made me violently horny.
See, it did the opposite for me. It made me actually not horny, and I had to find my horny again. No, I need to find it again.
No, you should lose it for a while.
Why?
You should lose it for a couple months.
I gotta you use it or you lose it.
Have you seen that episode of Seinfeld? I'm just gonna say that. There's an episode
with
for
the
everything.
Contest?
No, not that one. The one where George doesn't jerk off and he gets smart or he doesn't come, basically. They just don't say it.
Yeah.
That was my biggest problem. People are like, Seinfeld is the best show ever. I think it's good, but they didn't talk about cum enough. You know what I mean?
They should have talked about
the best show in the world. We'll talk about more cum. Like The Simpsons.
That's why we're the
Simpsons
best show in the world.
Constantly talk about cum. That episode where Bart learns to cum. That episode where he fucks Lisa.
I don't recall this one.
Or maybe I'm watching them online, and they're different online than they are on TV.
I think you're getting the international dubbed ones, and I think you're getting different.
Mo fucked Sherry and Terry in a garage, and gaped everything.
I know exactly what you're referencing, and I'm really upset.
www.patreon.com/dapperdads. Find out who Mo gaped in a garage. If you're a Simpsons fan, it's only for you, and you have to be the most specific Simpsons fan. Hey, what's that cartoon character tattooed on your leg? Did you hear that person ask me that?
That at the club, and at first I was so drunk I thought he was referencing your Frank Ocean tattoo.
I also thought that.
And I was like, oh God, tell me this
but
poor
then
coked out man
then I
doesn't
looked
think
down
that Frank
at
Ocean's a cartoon.
Because people love to point at your tattoos like you spend all the time looking at them. So I'm always like, what are we talking about? And I'm like, oh yeah. And I go, The Simpsons. And he looked at me and I said, Bart Simpson. He goes, oh yeah, okay. And I'm like, how did the first one not work?
Like, how did The Simpsons not click with you?
What is the cartoon character on your leg from? And I said, The Simpsons. And he's like, huh? And I said, Bart Simpson. He goes, oh yeah. Like,
coke's a hell of a drug, man.
I mean, yeah, we can get into that. We're in the Windy Apple this past
the windiest
weekend.
of big apples.
Yeah, I seen many an apple fly down the street. And we had quite a day, but we capped it off with a place that we go to from time to time. A little dance party, little secret dance party.
Little boathouse party.
Immediately when we walked in, there was a cake.
There was a cake just right there on the table, and then there was lots of pizza boxes all over the couches.
What did the cake say? I know it was cut.
I couldn't read what it said. I was just more amazed that there was cake in the club.
So bizarre. Like it didn't, not like happy birthday, congratulations, anything you see on a cake. I feel like it said the word something and like two other words, and then someone had taken a big chunk out of kind of the middle, which was the weirdest part.
Noticed
Not a lot of people had partaken in the cake, but whoever did was like, fuck this cake, and just took a big chunk out of the middle.
The cake comes into play later.
Yeah, the cake comes into play, and I can understand why they didn't pick the corner of the cake once we get to that, but we'll elaborate on that. Yeah, a lot of pizza boxes, which is
traditionally not like the Boathouse show when we go to it. There's not usually food there at all. Not
like,
I don't think I've ever been and there's food.
I've seen it become like someone basically like took it to make their own party, like Jen's 30th birthday where her boob flopped out coming out of the bathroom. I don't know that woman. It just said Jen and 30, and I put two and two together
Jen's
and assumed
30-year-old birthday
Jen was 03, and I know we've made that very obvious joke when we initially
03 Jeno.
Yeah. So I've seen people basically like hijack it and make it seem like this is my birthday party, which I want to do because people will be like, wow, good DJ.
That's what we should do.
Reasonable drinks.
I was going to say if the JPEG show wasn't on a Tuesday, we should go to get Boathouse to come on and do a set on a Tuesday.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, is be out super late on the worst day of the week. Going into another terrible day on the week, the hump day. And I'm not even getting fucked.
Oh, shit. My birthday's on a hump day this year.
You're disgusting.
I better get humped that day.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
No, I never get humped.
Because I won't be around you on your birthday, just the day before.
You're the only one who traditionally humps me.
Yeah, only on your birthday. We've made that pact that
we have
once a year.
from 12
from 1 to 4.
12 midnight. Yeah, from 1 to 4 in the afternoon. I'm getting
if I'm not
the best
busy.
humping of my life.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough week. We got that JPEG show on that day. Me fucking you on your birthday for 4 hours in the middle of the day, and then Halloween to follow it up. I'm going to be exhausted.
Yeah.
And Sunday's leftover crack, which we have to go to.
Yeah.
They're playing on the floor. They're completely getting rid of the stage and playing
Just
on
playing
the floor
on
with
the
you.
floor.
Yeah, up the Metro. So, I mean, so yeah, come to those shows. Also, since we keep forgetting, 1 week from today, Prof, for free,
Completely free. We will not be recording that day.
We're personally inviting all of you who are listening, and if you don't show up, we're going to take it as a slight against us as
and
people.
You are not going to be allowed to listen to the show anymore, and we will not acknowledge you if you acknowledge us in public.
Yeah, we're gonna know because we're keeping a tally of everyone that's going to be at the show.
We are.
But it's free. We've talked about Prof a million times. We've seen him so many times together. I've seen him an unbelievable amount of times. I think it's 35. So if you need any more,
I think at least 6 of those are with me now.
Yeah, I mean it catches on fast.
Yeah.
So if you've ever been curious, why not go to a free show? It's in Madison. If you're probably in Rockford, that's an hour drive. There's a lot of construction, but don't let that get you down.
Don't let it get you down.
Yeah, you go see him for free outside, beautiful city of Madison. Prof, you can experience it, then you can fall in love and go pay to see him each time. Buy some merch when you're there if it's free and you enjoyed the show. But yeah, come out. There's absolutely no reason why you wouldn't do that. Like, come on, idiot. Don't be an idiot. We're going to fucking disown you if you don't show up. We'd like to see just a big mob of people. That's what I want.
I want a big mob of lots of people we know just getting down.
Because I think at one time there was 10, 11 of us at the show. And then, I mean, it's not even a mob because you get shit-faced and you get
lose people.
Glances of people and you're like, oh, shit, is that? Oh, yeah, they came with me. Hell, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, come watch us be big idiots in the
biggest idiots during Prof.
The Mad Apple. But, yeah, anyway, Boathouse show. So, yeah, there's a lot of pizza boxes. I was immediately intrigued, but that's what I hate. I hate walking into free pizza that I missed out on.
Right.
Like,
and
you didn't tell me.
Because then it's questionable, too, if you should be allowed to grab a slice.
Yeah, because as we were just talking about, I don't even know if it was on this or the Patreon or just our private talk that we get a little bit of.
Get a little bit of private time before the show.
I'm always terrified that I'm going to do the thing everyone else is doing, and then people are going to be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're not allowed to do it. And you'll see people do it. So eventually I was like, I got to know what's going on with this pizza. So I went and I looked at one box and it was empty. And then I wanted to do the scan. It was like a pile of boxes, which could have all been empty. But you're telling me there's not one sliced pizza in that pile of boxes?
Right.
But then I felt weird. So I found one on a table, which I trusted the pizza boxes on the couch more than the one on the table.
I agree with
It's
because
weird.
that pizza box was like just kind of out in the open. Like it was there was a lot of coke heads around it.
It was too accessible. It's right by the bathrooms.
Yeah.
Right by the DJ where people are making loud requests that they're never going to get.
Spitting.
Yeah, everyone was just spitting. People are asking the DJ if they can go through that fire exit because they want to smoke a cigarette but don't feel like walking through the bar. And he's like, I don't have that
authority.
Like, I can't make that decision. You can't do that. And then that guy gets pissed and then yells at his girlfriend for the rest of the night. And he's wearing a Cannibal Corpse t-shirt. So you're like, why are you even here? What did you think this was?
There was lots of men yelling at this particular show.
Yeah, it's traditionally weird. And what I've realized there is like every single time there's an exact layout of how this goes. Show up, which we got there after midnight. Normally that's like peak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it starts at 10, maybe 11. Show up. It's weird. There's not a lot of people. There's maybe pizza. There's maybe a drunk woman.
Maybe
a bunch of weird people.
Maybe 03 Geno's 30-year-old birthday boobs.
But she's not ready to pull them out yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just a handful of people. Music's good. You have a beer. You feel a little uncomfortable. Smoke a cigarette. Come back into so many people. What the fuck happened? How long was I smoking that cigarette? And then you smoke another cigarette. Come back. And it starts to dissipate. And then you just watch it get the weirdest. Each segment gets weirder. You know what I mean? Like the more people means more weirdness. And then you think once they leave it would get less weird.
But then it gets weirder with less people. It's like no matter what the ratio is throughout the evening, it just continues to get weirder and weirder.
The longer you're there. And I feel like every time that it turns into a smaller amount of people, everybody paired off and is fucking. Everybody. Like everybody meets someone there until you're just like a group of weirdos that isn't fucking anybody and you're just standing around. I did look into the pizza box that I didn't want to, but it was my only option. There was some pizza hanging out in there.
Looked old from what I could tell.
Looked old. But old pizza's fine. Old public pizza that's just been sitting around is as good as it gets.
Such a gamble now that you think about it.
Yeah, that's one of those times where I look back and was like, why'd you do that?
Yeah, because I was thinking about it, and I was like, what if somebody like just put a bunch of like Molly on this pizza? You know,
I did it to be funny, which is my biggest downfall.
I just don't know what I would have done if the pizza was full of drugs, and then you were just drugged out of your mind.
Well, it had sat there so long that's hard to get it off of, and I'm trying not to call attention to me.
Yeah, you're not trying to pull the pizza around.
And so I found just a little bit, which I took as a crust, and I showed it to you, and I popped it in my mouth, and what it ended up being, which I still don't understand.
Yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my. Can you explain the dynamics of this to me? Because I still don't quite understand.
I thought it was a crust. I grabbed it, I showed it, popped the whole crust in my mouth. It felt like it was a piece of a pizza.
Which is wild to start with, that you would just put a crust in your mouth, implying that someone else had eaten everything else except for the crust.
Well, now I thought of that. I didn't think of that until right now. Yeah, I thought someone ripped it off. So thanks a lot.
Why would you just assume?
I wasn't thinking clearly. I'm eating random table pizza.
That's fair.
Like, I was like, oh, let me think about the dynamics of how this crust came. Some people rip their crust off. You shouldn't eat all the pizza except for the crust and leave it in the public box.
That's what I'm saying. But then, so what, some idiot like you can come around and go, ooh, a crust, and eat that?
It was the only thing I could get off.
I just don't get why you think somebody would rip a crust off.
I see people rip their crust off all the time. Which are children. I'm around grown adults that act like fucking children.
Yeah, just eat the crust like a fucking...
Which it looked like it was one of those harder, like a thin pizza where the crust is traditionally just hard, crispier, so it's not even that great, but you got to eat it. If you get a big plump crust, what's the problem? Yeah. A breadstick at the end of the pizza? Is that the problem? Are you upset about that?
You get a bunch of breadsticks as well as pizza, so you basically get free breadsticks.
Yeah, you leave a little bit of pizza. So
or it's a stuffed crust pizza. It's like you're going to sit there and...
This is the best option? It's full of cigarette butts. It's incredible.
I don't want a pizza unless it's stuffed full of cigarette butts soaked in hot dog water. That's how I like my pizza.
But I popped it in my mouth, and then from just me running it around my mouth and eating it, it felt like someone took a piece of a pizza, and I don't mean like a full piece because this was like square cut, like maybe a half of square cut, rolled it up like a cigarette or a blunt into just like a cylinder. You know, like what's the like I want to say fruit by the foot where you have to unwrap it and there's like little pieces you can punch out and eat. It was like that, just rolled up like that. So in my mouth I was filled with dread and panic because I thought it could have been a crust that I didn't know people would just eat and leave, and instead it's just a finely rolled up.
Now all I can think is somebody rolled up that pizza to try to do coke with it.
I mean, I didn't have that much energy. Could you imagine if I ate a slice of Coke pizza? And I was just like, just start grinding my teeth.
I had to be.
We gotta get to dancing, Slim.
I had to be up at 10 a.m. the next day.
That's your fault. You always do
that was my fault. And I am just wondering how late I would have had to stay at your house. Like I would have had to drive you back home. If you took a piece of cocaine pizza,
I would have been more alert than how I did drive home, which was totally sober.
Which was totally sober and responsible.
I stopped drinking many hours before, and I taffered it with a glass of water in between every drink.
You have to taffer it so you can be safe to drive home. You don't get too drunk if you have the water.
Remember who we were with, and they offered us a glass of water, and we just laughed a bunch. When we were at their house, and they were like, "You guys want water?" And we were like,
"Would you like a water?"
And then we opened up another natter. You think that's bad?
You think that's bad? Look at this.
Yeah. So yeah, we were super responsible. I had a rolled up slice of Coke pizza, I guess, which was upsetting.
We were.
It was good.
You were specifically yelled at by a man, but he was directing at all of us.
Yeah, so we were standing slightly elevated. There's 2 steps up to a small couch area, which is just becomes weird. It becomes like a podium for the most drugged out people is what I usually see. Someone's just standing there looking completely insane. I think I stepped out of someone's way and just ended up there, and then it's I do like being elevated in a club or a bar. I feel superior to everyone else, especially if a man comes up and tries to. I think make normal conversation, then get aggressive because he came up and he was like, "Where are you guys from?" And I like to just never say anything truthful to strangers at all
because there's no reason to.
So I said Minnesota, which I think was a regrettable choice based off of his next statement because I wish I would have said somewhere with more more credibility in his mind.
Gary, Indiana, like
yeah, because I said Minnesota, and he goes, "That makes sense because you drove all the pussy out of here,"
which is a bold statement considering. Okay, here's what I saw happen with this guy. So the guy that kept coming up and being weird with me all night.
Yeah, Andy.
Andy took that weird little short girl into the bathroom for a while, and they either fucked or did coke or
I said
both.
Coke.
I said both.
I think both was involved, but she came out looking like she had just done a bunch of coke.
She came out. Tall dude that yelled at you was yelling at her over by the fire exit, screaming at her. She got him, Andy, and this girl got dismissive of tall guy, and they went out to the dance floor and started dancing. What I think probably happened, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, is this guy was macking on that girl all night. Other guy comes up, thinks that, gives her coke, so she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna hang out with this guy instead of this fucking loser over here." Sees Andy talking to me and assumes he's with us, so thinks we're chasing all the pussy out of her. Yeah, I just put it all together. Boom. Look at me. Figuring things out on the show, folks. No math, but I can figure out the enigma of the human mind.
So yeah, this guy says, "Oh, we drove all the pussy out," which was such a... I feel like a lot of times I'm in public and someone comes up to me and says something that I could have never fathomed, so I'm not prepared for it.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for that.
And I was just like, what? So then I, luckily, thinking on my feet, said, yeah, because I'm trying to fuck you, because I thought it would just aggravate him.
Yeah.
Because he seemed like he was probably a piece of shit.
He seemed like a huge piece of shit.
And then he started to walk away, and I was like, wait, baby, come back here. Because at that point, I wanted to hit him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When someone just comes up and says something so stupid that you're like, someone needs to punch you. And
like, why?
No one's going to
talk about not being able to take accountability for your shitty actions. You know, like, you're a shitty human being, and you want to blame it on... Like,
and we just stood...
Because, like, we weren't even hit... Like, this is what I think people sometimes also, like... don't get right with us. Like, they probably think we... Like, when we go out to the club... Like, we all just kind of stand in a circle and scream the song lyrics at each other and, like, drink and dance a little bit. Yeah. We're not, like, macking on girls. No. We're not, like, trying to
stay away from humans.
Yeah, we don't...
When I bump into people,
I get so uncomfortable. Rage. Yeah, I just want to be around my boys and do the things that we do. I don't want anyone else to be involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like strangers with fun stories and fun events, but saying that we drove all the pussy out, like, we were just, like, getting women, like, hey, you got to get the hell out of here. It's a bad place.
Look at these men. They're doing...
Or is it... I'm like, is it because we're ugly? Is it because we're standing elevated, which makes you look insanely tall?
Yeah.
Is it because we're not? And
I'm not saying I'm a looker or anything, but I don't think I'm that ugly.
No, I've seen some freaks there.
Yeah, I've seen some freaks at this thing before. There's no way I'm at the bottom of the rung when it comes to attractiveness.
There's no way women are coming in looking at us and being like, "Well, we just cannot."
There's no way. There's no way women are coming in looking at us and being like, "Well, I wanted to get laid tonight, but now I won't be able to get that disgusting man's face out of my head that I saw at a glance. I'll never be wet again."
Yeah, that only happens.
If I had a nickel every time I've been told that.
I was gonna say that only happens once every 15 minutes. But yeah, bold statement. Then he walked into the other part of this area, and I was like, I hope we see him when we leave.
Yeah, I wanted to see that guy.
I just wanted to keep leaning into the gay shit because I thought it would make him angry, and I could be like, "You're homophobic. You're stupid."
And then we could scream about how the guy's being homophobic.
Yeah, I could be like, "This guy won't even let me kiss him.
This guy's bullying my boyfriend and won't let me kiss him."
Yeah. Come on, we were trying to take him home.
And then we, like, get the guy kicked into a taxi out of there, and then everyone's chanting at us. They're like, kiss, kiss, kiss. Is that when we kiss?
I would kiss you.
In that moment?
The man was kicked into a taxi?
Yeah, I'm saying this is like...
Yeah, that for sure. Yeah.
Like, I mean, someone at 2:30 in the morning.
Everybody if someone gets kicked into a taxi. That's incredible.
Get out
Even
of
if they
here
just took him
never
out,
come back.
If they didn't even kick him out, they just, like, kind of told him, like, you got to go, and he just kind of shuffles down the street, but then the whole bar is like, kiss? I'll kiss you then.
Okay.
You kick him into the taxi, I might blow you a little bit.
Okay. I was more than I was expecting, but not complaining.
A man got kicked into a taxi. You gotta suck a dick.
On his ass, like he's like stumbling out of there, and the big old bouncer just comes out and boom, just kicks him into a taxi.
Flies perfectly into the front seat of a taxi, which is traditionally wrong.
Oh, so wrong. Flies into the taxi, door shuts, taxi just skirts out of there, and everyone's like, yeah, kiss, 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 kiss. Like, and they're getting faster. Yeah. We're like, yeah, we gotta do it.
You gotta see how long they can build up. Just make out with you hard.
Just gripping the back of each other's heads, just tongues down the throat.
Kiss. And then we do it, and everyone goes, oh, no.
Oh, no. Boo. Oh, this is gross. Look at y'all. You're being gross with each other.
Get these guys out of here.
We're just like dry humping each other. Like really.
Taxis that go in opposite directions.
Just tradition.
I'll never fight
my
him.
Lover.
I never should have kissed him.
I'm telling my kids.
Taxi's going to
telling
California.
my kids someday. I'm like, yeah, I married your mother, but I'll never stop thinking about that beautiful man in the taxi outside of that boathouse show at 2:30 in the morning.
If we wouldn't have got kicked into separate taxis that drove complete opposite ends of this country,
you might have never been born.
And I wish you weren't.
And I wish you weren't, yo bitch.
No, it's just us and that guy. You get dropped off with the guy.
And he's like, so
you drove my ass all the way down.
He's like, so you drove my ass down here to what? Fuck me? I'm homophobic.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite people. Like once, I'm sure I've told this story, but one time I was driving downtown Rockford after the bar, and it was my friend driving. My friend was in the back seat, and I was in the passenger seat. And this guy pulled up right next to us, and he rolled the window down, and was staring at us. So we all looked over because when you can just feel someone, and he goes, "What are you guys looking at? You guys bad F word? You guys a bunch of homos? What, you want to fuck me?" And it was one of those things where you can't even think of a witty comeback because
it's like that's just so hateful and wild.
And I'm like, that guy totally wanted us to fuck him. You know
that's
what I
I'm
mean?
saying. Like guys
guy,
who are that defensive about it, they want to.
What, you want to fuck me? You want to take me home and
you want to take me?
You
want to take me home and tie me up and put a ball gag in my mouth?
What, you want to break
up
my Astroglide
all over? This is why I love this show so fucking much.
You want to take my Astroglide
just squirted all over my
gone
puckery little butthole and then just slip on in because I'm real nervous because I have latent homophobic feelings because I'm secretly gay and I've never fucked a man before, but I've been I've been looking at you and just begging you to fuck me with my eyes for weeks at work, and now you finally got me home.
I gotta fuck him with his eyes?
Yeah.
Do I gouge him out with my thumbs and put him in his ass?
No, you use his eye hole sockets as a holster when you're
I thought you were gonna say something else.
Why does this?
You broke
we got excited and it's
you gotta push it in a little. Yeah,
that's what you do. You gotta push it real good.
So yeah, that guy was weird.
That guy was weird, and he wanted us to fuck him with Astro.
Exclusively, he's loyal to his brands. But then
Astro on my ass or get the fuck out. Astro my asshole or get the fuck
Yeah, we're gonna reach out to Astro now. We have to. Anytime we have a jinx with a brand, we have to reach
one of
out
those
to them.
Cool 60s full page ads of us just like Astro.
Can we be the
my
brand
asshole.
endorser?
Oh yeah.
What am I saying? Brand endorser?
Brand
ambassador.
Brand ambassador. Taking a bottle of Astroglide, squirting it on our asses like that Kim K photo. No. Just like.
Oh, I was thinking one of us just jams in the other one's ass and squeezes as hard as you can.
And just the guy blows
filled up, and me looking like the sunblock girl. I always want to be the sunblock girl. Yeah, there's also a dog tugging my boxers down.
Just showing the bottom of your belly and your weird pale thighs.
We'll take this photo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'll Photoshop the rest, and then we'll send it to Astroglide.
Okay.
We'll become the brand ambassadors.
Uh-huh.
There's something there. Ambassadors with
ambassadors.
Ass. Yeah.
Ambassadors.
Ass is most of the ad.
Ambassadors.
Tiny B
big
ass, and then the rest. I'm not. Yeah, I don't
like
know.
the Dreamville logo, where it's like big, tall letters, just ass.
And then it's that beautiful picture of us is real small because we made the ass too big. But yeah, they'll have to take us. So Astroglide, have your people fuck our people. I think when it's a brand like that. Right?
Yeah, have take our people out, fuck them, and we'll get in touch.
Yeah, we're our people.
Hey, people are gross.
Anyway, so it got weirder and weirder, and then it wasn't ending like it traditionally does.
Yeah.
And I had a panic visual in my head of us there at like 5 a.m, just kind of moseying around with Andy. And there's bangers that we've already heard 3 times.
A million times. We've heard Womp Womp 7 times in a row.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'll take it.
I mean, it's no VTL played back to back.
We just need more VTLs all the time. So those drive home VTLs were exquisite.
Play it again. I was already going to do it. You go sell some dope.
We did do.
So it got weird. So I decided to be, responsible and take a handful of cake. And eat it
like a goddamn monster.
I knew I was gonna do it. As soon
you
as
got the rolled up Coke pizza, and you got a hand. I want to stress this: a handful of cake. You didn't go up and cut yourself a piece.
No.
You went up and just grabbed a big chunk with your hand like a goddamn animal.
It's very funny to me to take handfuls of food. It always plays
it's traditionally
well. It's a funny
hilarious.
joke. Yeah, in public, I do it.
I really want to record a video
and everybody
of us.
Enjoys it.
I want to record a video of us getting an ice cream cone somewhere, and you just grab the ice cream and we drive away.
I would also like to do that. But what I did was I took a corner, you know what I mean? In case people want to divide this cake up, I'm not just going to be that monster.
I just love to think that people at the bar later were like, yeah, we were going to have some cake, but it's like someone just grabbed a corner out of it.
I mean, that's what I mean. You can isolate that. I ate a Coke pizza. I think you can handle the cake that I didn't grab.
With my Coke hands.
I took the corner. Well, I went left-handed, and this will come into play later. I took left hand because my right hand had my PBR in it. So took a left hand, bunch of cake, all frosting. I think there was
nothing but
a
frosting.
small bite of cake, and then mostly frosting, which I enjoy sweets like the rest of us, but just a fucking handful of frosting is too much frosting. And I took a big bite. It was funny. You have a picture of me that we'll put. It was a very great picture.
It's a great photo of you with the cake.
Shows. There's always a level of me after long days of drinking and whatnot, and I have the same face because it reminds me of the last beer picture that we've posted several times. I always have the same face at the end of the day, whether I'm pointing at the final beer or a handful of cake. So I tried to eat it, but it was all frosting. Then I took a sip of PBR, and I don't know if you've ever had PBR and frosting, but it's
a bad combination.
Ruined my life.
Just beer and sweets like that is never a good combo.
Well, especially the frosting was so
You ever
sweet.
had an iced honey bun with a beer?
No.
That'll ruin your life.
I mean, it can't be worse than just frosting. Just greasy frosting.
No, it's a bad place when you're drinking a gas station beer and a honey bun, trust me.
Yeah, so I put my PBR down. I had a little bit more of the cake, and then I was like, all right, let's get out of here because now I have a handful of cake. And so Andy, our best friend Andy, we're going to leave, and he turns to me and he goes, "Oh, you guys taking off?" Like we were actually friends,
like
or
we
like
were
I had
his
spoken
buddy.
to, because he came up to me and he was like, "Oh, you're with him?" And then he just did that thing where he said a bunch of stuff in my ear, and I don't know what
I couldn't hear
it
a
was.
damn bit of it.
So I was just, I'm like, for sure, because that covers it. You know what I mean? I always hope they're not like, I'm gonna take you to the bathroom and wear you out. And I'm like, for sure. Let me get some cake. It's not as good as Astroglide, but it's greasier somehow.
Fuck Astroglide. Get some of that icing.
Yeah, some frosting.
That icing has been nothing but detrimental to us.
Elaborate?
It was probably the same type of cake that was the prof show that fucked everything up.
Yeah, it's just greasy ass.
Because it's just like shortening with powdered sugar in it.
Yeah. So he's like, "Oh, you guys taking off?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got to get out of here." So I present my left hand that is covered in cake, primarily frosting. And I don't even like shaking left hands. I feel like it's weird and like disrespectful. And I did it because I'm like, I'm going to try to shake this guy's hand with cake, and I'm prepared for the worst case scenario, which is him absolutely losing his shit.
Mind. He's like a coked out chimpanzee at this point.
And he rips my face off.
Yeah, you
and
basically
the 911
shook.
call is incredible.
And I'm just calling 911. I'm like, he's ripping my friend's face off.
He's doing what?
He's at the boathouse show. Get here quick. Bring a gun.
You have to shoot him. He dapped him up with a handful of cake. He's ripping his
like, oh my
face
God,
off.
someone's on their way right now. Just hear you in the background.
No, I think that's him. I'm just screaming.
Oh, yeah.
My face. I won't look the same when they reconstruct it.
Yeah, he also has to rip your hands off, which you get later, but then your body rejects them.
Yeah, my body rejects a lot of shit.
Yeah, your body just rejects
So I put my
your
hand
own
out.
damn body.
I'm even looking down at my hand like there's no way in hell. And then just gives me...
Oh, no, you didn't make eye contact with that guy. He made eye contact with me, and his eyes were just black. Like, his pupils were so
Yeah,
big.
I've seen him
I was
earlier.
just like,
so I put my cake-filled hand out, and he daps it up, and we have a grip of frosting squirting.
Squash.
And then he just doesn't even acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Walks away, keeps dancing with the handful. How many drugs do you have to be on?
You think he went to go finger that girl with a handful of cake?
I just want to know, when was the point where he was like, "Whoa,
yeah, when
my
did
hand
this
is
cake get here?"
leaking? Because it's not going to be your first thought that you dabbed someone up and they transferred frosting to your hand, because that's maybe
through
weirder.
Transference.
But you'd
Probably
be like, did I put it on
alien.
like on the bar, and there was just, what is this like? I feel like if you
Do you
look
think
at
he
your hand,
was in enough of a mind to go up and ask for napkins afterwards?
I don't know, because then we went to the front to finish the drinks and get out of there, and I was trying to use napkins, and it was just a complete nightmare. It was when the prank backfires and you're like, Now I have a handful of frosting and I don't know what to do. So I went to the bathroom, and to get it off in the sink with scalding hot water,
it doesn't come off.
soap,
It just stays on your skin. What do you think it's doing inside your stomach? It's probably coating your stomach if you're eating that cake.
Something's gotta.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I still have it. I've been
gotta
taking
coat
some
my ulcers.
Yeah, I've been taking some really lubricated shits, and I'm not talking about Astroglide. A whole bottle of Astroglide squirted into my anus directly.
So what's up, buddy? You gonna fuck me out here or what?
Yeah, I got the lube. That's what I should have
done. Got the lube. He shows you more cocaine. You're like, come on.
Yeah, so I finally got the cake off to the best of my ability, and we went home, and we're normal people. We left that nightmare. I just don't understand how you cannot identify
cake frosting.
Yeah,
in your own hand.
Yeah, from another man's hand.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, man. That's what I mean. I've never tried
like
it.
that guy was on Molly because he was too happy.
I was gonna say
Coke. I feel like you put frosting on a cokehead's hand and it's gonna be a fight. Yeah. Which is like I said, I knew what I was doing. I was prepared to start a fight because I put frosting on someone's hand. Because if he would have been like, "What the fuck," I would have been like, "Oh, I didn't know it was there."
This is my first day. This is my first boathouse show.
I didn't realize. I'm sorry. I put my hand in the cake trying to lean against the table real seductive like. It drove all the pussy right out of here.
Allegedly.
I mean, I don't know if it was us, but do we want to get into some submissions? Because we do have a voicemail that I've forgotten about.
Oh, yeah. I'll go ahead and pull up a voicemail. Why don't you go ahead and pull up a submission while I pull up this voicemail?
Yeah, so the submission we got, it comes from Chicken Lover, and that's email@email.com. And there was a link that doesn't look like links we normally get. And it says, everyone loves a chicken sandwich, but does drama love his chicken as much as this guy? This is in reference to the previous episode where I was complaining that I haven't been able to try the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
And now you can't.
Why?
They sold out.
Well, yeah, they keep selling out because...
No, like the company is sold out.
Yeah, but they're still... They're getting them, and then they're getting them to stores, and then they're gone immediately because I
was just reading an article where they're like, we have to cease production for a minute because we have to we have to make more and send them back out.
Today was my 5th trip in an attempt to get one of these. And I was in line, and at first, one of my recent trips, they're putting up paper that says we're out of them, which is a blessing.
Yeah.
The last time I went, I waited in line. I got up there. I asked. They're out of them. I pull off. Today, I was behind a car, and I'm fully prepared for them to say no. I got the time. I'll pop in.
Did you get one today?
No, because the car in front of me, and I'll like turn my music down and listen now. So if they pull off or I hear them, then I just leave. And the lady goes, "Do you have the chicken sandwiches?" And they go, "No." And the lady goes, "You told me yesterday that you were getting 10 boxes today of the chicken sandwiches." And the lady goes, "We got 10 boxes today and they're gone. We sold all of them already." And this lady was screaming. She's like, "You're all fucking liars. You're all bullshit."
See, I can't stand this shit because I keep reading articles about this where people are being like berated at and like yelled at just because they're out of the chicken sandwich. It's like you shouldn't be treating people like that over a chicken. A chicken sandwich is a beautiful thing that we shouldn't be hurting our fellow man about. But somehow we keep finding reasons to tear each other down about it.
Just don't take it out on the workers.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the problem.
Call the billionaires sitting on their asses not ordering enough chicken.
Go to corporate Popeyes and burn it to the ground if you're really that upset.
Yeah, if you're that upset, don't take it out on the workers. They're just trying to make a living.
Yeah.
They're not making the sandwiches themselves.
No. But they got 10 boxes and it's flying off the shelves. People on like Let Go and stuff are selling these sandwiches. People are going around selling the sandwiches.
Yeah, did you see
for $20?
Yeah, did you see Quavo was selling them for $100 a piece?
He's an entrepreneur. But the link we got, when I click on it, nothing happens. It takes me to a page that has been redirecting for hours. And I just don't think it's going to figure it out. But through some deep diving, some heavy web sleuthing, I read the URL and it says Tennessee man sues Popeyes for running out of chicken sandwiches. And I found the article. So get your links together, people. Don't send us this shit. But yeah, this man is suing Popeyes. I have not read this exactly, but we get the gist. He's seeking $5,000 in damages, which is pretty...
respectable.
Yeah, that's
a respectable amount.
It's a fair amount. I think he actually did some math and figured out what equates
like how
to
much
his
gas pain. And everything else.
Because they should just give him $5,000. He said in court he was hustled out of $25 by a friend who claimed in a Craigslist advertisement that he worked for Popeyes and could get the sandwiches that the restaurant was hiding. That's not a friend.
Yeah, that's...
And also, you don't know... Like,
that doesn't seem suspicious to you? That the restaurant is hiding sandwiches and he's going to give you some of the hidden secret chicken?
And it says your friend claimed he worked at a Popeyes. Do you not even know him? Because you would know if he worked at Popeyes.
Yeah, if he was your friend, you'd know where he works
And you don't need a you're going through Craigslist to buy the chicken sandwich from your friend? This is all shady.
A friend yeah, this is all weird.
Yeah, he's also said he suffered rim and tire damage totaling $1,500 driving from location to location and was humiliated when his friends laughed at him. I haven't read this.
He deserves it if he loves that. If he wants that sandwich so bad that his friends are laughing at him, he deserves it.
Because he's bending his rims?
Well, because your friends are the ones who are supposed to keep you in line. They're the ones who are supposed to check you when you're clowning, you know? And if you're not going to listen, those are your real friends. When you're like, I'm suing Popeyes for $5,000 because I couldn't get this sandwich, and they laugh at your ass, those are your real friends.
Yeah, I mean... It's just, it's insane. I want it as bad as this man, but I'm not going to sue about it. The court date is set for October 28th, so we'll keep everyone updated.
Chick-fil-A court date, JPEG Mafia show, my birthday. It'll be great.
Yeah, Halloween.
We got a 4-day stretch.
And October 28th, leftover crack. So
leftover crack, Chick-fil-A court case, JPEG Mafia.
We'll be at the
Halloween.
leftover crack show refreshing the court case. Like, did he get his? I think Popeye should give him $5,000. It's great marketing.
They should give him $5,000 worth of chicken sandwiches. Is what they should do.
That's the best case scenario. Apparently, a marketing group has estimated that the online buzz is worth $65 million in marketing.
That's nuts.
About this. That's what we need. We need something that goes as viral as these chicken sandwiches.
We need to make something as good as a chicken sandwich then.
I don't think we've ever made anything
I don't think we've ever made anything
I don't think
good.
we're able to. I would love to sue everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anytime I'm inconvenienced, I would love to just file a lawsuit. You know what I mean?
Makes the most sense.
What's somewhere we could sue? Who's let us down that we can sue?
Do we have time to get into everyone who's let us down?
Not specifically, but...
Who's let us down that we can sue?
Like a bar. I feel like there's a lot of bars. I feel like
I'm pretty sure if we just took a walk around Minneapolis and Madison, we could find bars.
I think a walk around Rockford, I could.
Yeah, we could
have some strong cases.
Sue Mary's
I've been
place.
assaulted at a bar in this city.
We're not suing CJ's.
No.
We're suing Jack's.
We're suing the other shitty bars, and we're donating some of the money to CJ's.
So I say right off the bat, we sue Mary's Place and Jack's.
Yeah.
Those are the two places we sue.
Yeah.
I'm suing Jack's for emotional damage if we're going to get into it.
I wasn't allowed into Jack's. I'm suing RBI.
I'm suing Jack's for emotional damage when I walked in and they were playing that fucking 6ix9ine song.
Yeah, I mean, that's at least 5,000.
I'm also walking in for the damage I had to put up with when I was so drunk I accidentally ripped the jewel on the dance floor and that bouncer came up and just shook me.
If we're suing bouncers.
Oh, if we're suing bouncers, I'm suing all of them.
Yeah, I'm
suing that big man that just carries people over his shoulder like sacks of potatoes at Jack's. That guy's scary.
I'm suing the man that kicked me out of a club directly into a taxi that went to Tennessee, and I had to find my way home. My phone was dead.
My lover.
Yeah, my phone was dead. It was all because I kissed a man too.
I kissed a man and I lost my lover.
Could you imagine showing up to court for that? I kissed my friend. We're no longer together
I'm
because
in the court,
of the emotional damages. Yeah. What's the word I'm thinking of, Judge? Where they can't talk? Don't let him talk. Ignore that sound.
I can't ignore
that's me talking to the judge.
Ignore that sound.
Contentment. Keep it contempt of court.
Contempt of court.
Filibuster. I know words, idiot.
They're types of evidence.
Yeah. Yeah. So we sue. I forgot what we were saying. Anyway, pull up that voicemail. This is the never-ending saga of
Leonard
a man who is breaking at the seams. So if you haven't been up to date, let's just go over this real quick.
Yeah, let's go ahead and give the people a quick rundown.
Quick rundown. So it was brought to our attention by a lovely listener, Leonard, who a friend of the show, man on the edge of a cliff that is going through a lot of shit right now.
Constantly going through a lot of shit.
Claimed that in an episode from so long ago, episode 7 particularly, Tacos versus Predator, at about 52 minutes in, something along those lines, he claimed that Slim said he DJ'd for what was originally said to be a wedding. Now it's a birthday. Everything keeps a lot.
He keeps changing his details.
But regardless,
changing his mind.
Claimed that in 2011 we said there was no bangers. Slim said he played Maroon 5 and said it just like that, which that is the only detail that I can believe. But so at first he said this happened. We said bullshit. That never existed.
We don't believe you.
He found some audio from the episode.
Sent us the timestamp.
Sent us the timestamp. We played it on one of the previous episodes. I think it was 2 episodes ago. We played it. exactly what you hear in that time frame of that episode, and it's completely different. So this is the next step here.
This is the next evolution.
All right. One last time. I'm a little bit more calm now. Tacos versus Predator, episode 7, 34 minutes and 40 seconds. Listen to this.
So, like, a Speedo as a kid, I would wear, but that wasn't really my decision. That was my parents. I feel like a Speedo has to be a man's decision, you know? Because, I mean, if you see a grown man in a Speedo, you know he had to... It's not what your boy was. He knew what he wanted, and he went out and bought it. Because an adult knows what a Speedo is going to look like when he goes out and buy it.
He's in a Speedo. He's prepared for that judgment.
Well, because a child, it's just thrown.
Well, think about it. As a kid, it's weird because like as a kid, you always buy the kid tidy whities. You buy the tidy whities, then you buy an amazing suit. Yeah, you don't buy a Speedo for a kid. And that's what I'm saying. Can you picture a time when you're going to be in a Speedo? No, I never want to be in a Speedo. I don't have the right body type for a Speedo. It takes a very because there's two types of men in Speedos: real buff.
All right. I hope you heard that. I'm not crazy. You guys are fucking wrong. I don't know what you played, because if you go to 35 minutes and 40 seconds, drama's in the middle of the story at that house party in Mount Morris. So I don't know where the hell you got that sound clip. I don't know if you're fucking with me at this point or not. But proof is in the pudding right there. 34 minutes and 40 seconds. Not 35. And it's episode 7. There you fucking go. I don't even remember the point of all this, but, oh yeah, Bangerland. Yeah. There were bangers back then. I gave out my weird, crazy sabbatical list. Yeah. Alright, there you go. Fucking, there you go.
Alright, so.
Once again, I don't
even know.
I don't get what you're trying to prove here, man, because, like,
yeah, you're jumping all around.
You keep showing us all these different spots. Like we went back and we played what it was.
And you just played that, and that's not even what you're talking about.
Yeah, what was all that Speedo talk? Like
I don't even remember that.
I mean, I get okay. You're trying to drive the point about something, but you're not doing it very well.
Bangerland. Yeah.
Yeah. Could you just show us where it is?
Yeah.
Because you keep trying to show us where it is.
Yeah,
and like
playing the audio around
this is the second time we've looked it up, and there's nothing in there.
Playing the audio around it is like confusing. And we get it. I don't think it's worth it. I think we should just let it go. You're listening to something else, and it's fine.
It's fine.
And we'll
maybe your phone's doing something weird with it, bud. It's fine.
We're sorry. You're right. We were wrong about the bangers. It's okay, Leonard.
It's okay. Just
let it go. It's
down,
not worth
buddy. It's all right.
It's gonna be all right.
It's gonna be fine.
Everyone else, you can go listen to episode 7, Tacos versus Predator. It's getting a lot of hype because it is a very good episode. We listened to it front to back, although there is no reference
talk about Bangerland
DJing
at all.
Or bangers or anything of that
Nobody's
sort.
saying Maroon 5 at all.
No. I mean, there is some good Speedo talk. There's a good Wendy's little person anecdote. There's a bunch of other shit. A man ripping a bird. I watched a man rip a bird apart in that episode.
That was that one?
That was that episode.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
That's when I came back from Prof Outdoors. I caught a burrito in the club dancing.
Yeah.
He just threw it, and I just palmed it. Asked Kurd and Matt. It was one of the most magnificent catches you'll ever see. Great episode. Good time. Just seemed to be on different pages here. But it's
and that's
totally
fine,
okay.
bud.
It happens. I mean... just don't go back and listen to the episodes. Maybe they change over time.
I think they might.
If they evolve.
They're
we
like
go back and listen to them where it's very like respectable, like clean cut, family friendly.
Good, like,
we say frickin' a lot.
Crud.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah.
My goodness.
We say crud.
Oh my goodness.
We never say cunt rust. Which was on my time hop. That man yelled at the bar. He just yelled "cunt rust" as he left, and I'll never
for sure don't say two pussies kissing.
No,
no. Don't lean into greasy pussy too hard either.
Oh man, what an era!
Yeah, that was a time.
That was excessive. Yeah, and I have been called out endlessly for saying gross things, but not agreeing with greasy pussy. Listen, it's not always gonna. We're not always going to align on everything. I can say something vile and disgusting.
We're two different people,
and he can say something vile and disgusting, and we can constantly be doing the same things in separate parts of our lives when we're not together. Shitting,
that are
eating,
somehow the same.
Fucking, bouncing on a trampoline. Well, you can't because you're hard, but you'll look at one real hard.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Yeah, I do a lot of very strenuous hard activities, and I know
That's
that you're
why
just
I've
sitting
been so
outside
tired
of it.
recently.
Yeah. I'm on a roller coaster, and you just have to go look at a roller coaster. I'm on a trampoline, you're just looking at one. I'm smoking crack in a back alley.
And I am just thinking about
crack
smoking. Yeah, I'm also smoking the crack with you. You're not smoking crack without me, you jackass.
What if you find out I'm smoking crack?
I'm going to be upset.
Do you think I could hide something like that?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I could hide
crack.
Like yeah.
Okay, I feel like you could hide.
It could go on a while.
You could hide a drinking problem.
Yeah,
I bet you could eat.
As do you. That's another one where it lined up. Are you drunk right now? No, it's Tuesday at 3 p.m.
Tuesday between 1 and 4. I'm fucking. I'm in peak fuck time. Yeah, I'm fucking drunk. Yeah, I run out of beer. Oh. I don't know why that always gets me, but it does. I just love that one. Yeah, I run out of beer.
I'm gonna put it on a t-shirt.
Hear that? He run out of beer.
But yeah, I could keep smoking crack. I mean, I could keep smoking crack from you. Yeah, I could keep it from you.
I don't think you could. I feel like I would start to see the effects of it before long. I mean, the jitteriness, I'm always jittery. The picking,
constantly picking.
No, you're not.
I'm picking my nails right now.
Yeah, but you're not picking at your face.
No.
But just, I would notice crack.
I think it would be a little bit before you did.
I didn't say I would notice it right away.
Yeah,
it's
3 years, and then you would finally be like, "Have you been smoking crack?"
And you're just like,
my teeth.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm smoking crack in front of you. You're like, I have a sneaking suspicion that you might be into narcotics.
I don't even like you see those videos where people like post videos of themselves smoking crack. Like I've seen. There was this weird trend.
You know how you watch those exclusively?
Shush. There was a weird trend I saw for a while on some
smoking crack.
No, beautiful women smoking crack. Like these.
Yeah, that's
like,
what makes them so pretty.
No, I don't think we can say that.
Why not?
I don't think crack makes girls pretty.
I think it could.
Hard drugs don't make anyone pretty.
I think for a little bit.
I
think you can be beautiful and smoke crack for a bit.
Yeah, that's not wrong.
Go off the
Well, that's what it is. It's these beautiful, like Instagram worthy looking girls, like these Kim K wannabe looking girls, like hitting a crack pipe, and I'm just like, oh, honey, you're not gonna look like that for 3 more months. It is hot, and then you find them. Then you find the ones
smoke
a couple
that glass dick, baby. That's what I constly comment on.
Yeah, get a girl who smokes crack and then blows you.
Where are these videos at?
No.
Okay.
They're just on the internet.
Like
I'm just doing some stuff. I'm out here
website.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. We'll leave it at that. I just honestly can't. I
don't know what website. I'm just on
the
dark.
No,
I'm just on the dark web browsing shit, and I'm coming across beautiful women smoking cocaine.
It's just like a website.
It's just an I think it's Google. If you just type in beautiful women smoking crack, it'll come up.
I would love to Google beautiful women smoking crack.
You want to do it right now?
No, we do it off air so we can get really aroused. Maybe look into purchasing some crack, smoking some crack, keeping a crack habit from your friend for 3 years.
Finding a woman who enjoys the company of 2 crackheads.
Do you think any drug, like could I hide any drug from you?
I feel like you could probably hide pot pretty well.
Yeah, because you always smell like it.
Yeah. So like since I always smell like pot, I would just be like, smells great in here.
Yeah. I'm just super high. Like,
yeah.
For sure.
You're just so high. You're just like eating a whole burrito over there. I'm just like, bro, we're trying to record. But you're acting different recently. You know what? Your aura's changed.
No. It's like that cartoon with the Mr. Smoke and all the cartoon characters that I showed you at your house like 2 years ago.
Oh my God. I just remember that.
And I want to be the smoke guy so bad.
Yeah.
And that kid beats the shit out of his sister.
For no reason.
Yeah, because of pot.
Yeah, because
also calling it pot makes us sound like God.
Makes us sound like huge.
You could probably hide smoking pot from me.
No, you could probably. I would say like if it's not a hard drug, you could probably hide it.
What about speed?
No, I don't think you could hide speed from me at all.
I have a lot more energy than all of us.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that like I would notice if you had.
What if I've been doing speed for a decade, and that's why I always have the more energy?
Then that stands to reason since we've only known each other about 8 years now. So I would stand to reason if you were doing speed 2 years before we met, and then the time I've known you, you've always been on speed.
Now I do it constantly.
Once a month. Recreational. Some recreational
occasionally,
methamphetamines.
You need more energy.
I just occasionally think we have an addictive personality type, and we should stay away from these things.
I think I could hide some drugs from you.
I don't think you could. Like I said, I don't think you could. Like I don't think you could hide heroin. Like you couldn't hide heroin from me.
I don't think anyone can hide heroin.
No, you can't hide heroin.
I've been sipping lean for the past 6 months.
I wish you would share.
Just constantly.
You're just constantly double cupped up. Just
yeah, out of it. Having to pee really bad
clink,
and having
clink,
my
clink.
mouth so dry.
So dry.
That's
constantly.
all I got out of the lean.
Just that big belly.
And the only time I've had full relaxation, I played Mario Paint, and it was confusing.